This Hangout on Air is live. Okay. Hello, everybody. I'm Robin Chant, working for Julia Sotas. Working with Julia Sotas. I made a little handout about the I am. And the acronym is CCAMP. So I am creativity, I am control, I am awareness, I am money, and I am power. Do you guys see how it makes CCAMP? So it's an easy way to remember what we talked about last week. And then I'm just going to quickly jump to these words, 5 words to eliminate from your vocabulary. That was at the end, I think, as we're finishing, right, guys? Want, it means to lack. So if you say, I want to be skinny, you say, I lack being skinny, okay? Or I want more money, you're saying, I lack more money. And that's what the universe is hearing, because lack is the original definition of want. And so you keep saying, I want, you keep saying you lack it, and you're just telling the universe you lack it. Need is the debilitation of knowing you cannot have. You cannot have anything if you need it. A need will always be followed by greed because you're trying to get it. So either you have it or you don't have it yet. There's not a need there. Try is never achieving. Try is making a no choice. Try is doing nothing. And why is always the fork in the road that comes back to the beginning. So, oh, why do I do this? Well, you're coming back to the beginning of your story. Just destroy and uncreate it all and start fresh. But whenever you say but, you counter the first statement. So you may as well not even say the first statement. Like, I want to go to that class, but I can't. Well, what would it take for me to be able to go to this class? As if money to show up by total ease. So, and I love what this I got from somebody else. Where your focus is on looking what's not right in your life, you're creating more of what's not right in your life. So, oh, I don't have any clients, or oh, I don't have any of this. You're just creating more of that. So instead of creating a question around that. So I have a new student. Pat's going to be reading for the student, and I am reading for Rasputin. So good. The next question. Who wishes to volunteer for the next question?
I will.
Yes. What is the next question?
What does money feel like to you?
What does it feel like? Yes, that is correct.
Then that's different than the emotions you feel about money?
Well, not necessarily.
Oh, great.
So what does money feel like to you?
Right now it feels very confused.
Is like confused? Do you feel that that confusion is an emotion?
An emotion and a thought.
It's a state of mind, yes.
Yes.
So remember when we spoke about which was the dizziness?
Yes.
Did you open your crown chakra and allow it to move out? Confusion is a created image of money. What assumption would you have to have confusion? You would have to assume that you do not know. The assumption would be, I do not know and I should know.
That is why I feel confused.
That is right. I do not know, I should know. These are opposing points of views which create confusion, and there are only interesting points of view. Feel that shift when you say that about each of them. I should know, I don't know. Interesting point of view, I don't know. Interesting point of view, I should know. Interesting point of view, I don't know. Interesting point of view, I should know. What does the confusion feel like now?
Well, except for the fact that
Of course.
For me, right now, it seems very unreal in the sense that the perspectives for me are money and energy, power and creativity in their purity. That seems very clear when I'm not dealing with money, where I don't have to have some.
What is the assumption from which you're functioning?
That there is some reality not understood.
Exactly so.
That's the real problem.
That is not the problem. That is an assumption from which you function, which says to you automatically that it is different from the reality of you. Your assumption is that physical reality is not the same as spirituality, as the reality of who you truly are. That purity does not exist upon this plane, that you can never bring that purity onto this plane.
That's right.
Those are assumptions. Those are false informations from which you have created your reality.
Well, it's also confused by the fact that there seem to be other beings that have different realities, and that there isn't any confusion for other people, it seems. The people themselves, the viewpoints of other people, the people on my street, the people at the store.
And what is it about that that you're speaking of? That there are other realities, that other people have different realities? Yeah, there are some.
From a different point of view, and that.
Is there anybody here who would not identify with what she has said? They all have the same point of view you do.
You mean they're all confused?
Yes. They all think that you cannot bring into reality that which is the spiritual world into the physical world, and every man on the street has exactly the same point of view. And only those who do not buy that point of view, who do not assume that it's absolutely impossible, are able to create, and even they are only able to create in some ways, their reality. If you focus your life upon making money and your sole goal in life is to be Donald Trump, Bill Gates, that does not matter. Same image, same person, different body, same person. Their life is about making money. Everything they do is about money. Why do they have to make so much money? Because like you, they are sure they're going to run out of it next week.
It's not just a game for them?
No, it is not just a game for them. They're functioning from the point of view that there is not enough and they'll never have enough, no matter what they do. It's just a different standard, that's all.
You're saying these people do not feel a certain freedom from their fortunes?
You think Donald Trump has freedom?
Well, to some extent, I think so.
Really? He's able to drive in a limousine. Does that give him freedom, or does that mean he has to have bodyguards to safety him from everybody around him who's trying to take his money from him? Does it give him freedom to have 27 people who are trying to get his money out of him every day?
It gives him the illusion of freedom.
No, it gives you the illusion that this is freedom. You only think it is freedom because you do not have it. He is no more free than you. He just has more money to spend on things that he does not need. You think it makes him a bigger spirit because he has more money.
No, surely not.
Does it make him a lesser spirit?
No.
Oh, interesting point of view there you guys got.
Hmm.
You were all thinking, you just didn't have the nerve to say it. Well, what makes him worse because he has more money?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, that is what you're thinking. You did not say it, but you thought it. Well, sorry.
That makes some people control everything around him.
Really? Yes, he is controlling. He is controlling the sun, the moon, the stars. He has total control of all those things.
But controlling people are not.
Oh, controlling people. So that is your standard of greatness.
That's not my standard. No. That's not my standard. We're talking about Gates and his acquisitions and Trump and his acquisitions to determine his control.
Is he being controlled in truth?
No,
Or is he controlled by his need for money? His life is totally boxed in by the necessity of creating more and more and more and more and more money, because that is the only way he feels adequate.
But I also think that the energy he puts out to absorb.
All right, you have another word that you're going to personally put into your vocabulary to eliminate.
What?
But.
But.
Every time somebody tells you something, you get a but out.
This is true for.
It is true for many of you, for most of you, that when you're given a piece of information, you instantly start to create an opposite point of view because it does not align or agree with you. Because it does not align or agree, because it is in resistance on your part to allow it to be, or because you're reacting to it. After all, it's only an interesting point of view that this man is run by money.
That is what I wanted to say, but
No, you have another point of view. As an interesting point of view, that's all it is.
Yes, I'm learning that.
It has no value. Every time you create a consideration about money, you create a limitation upon yourself. I'm going to read that again. Every time you create a consideration about money, you create a limitation upon yourself. Every time you tell somebody else what their point of view is, you create a limitation upon them. You wish to create freedom, then be freedom. Freedom is no consideration at all. What would the world look like if you manifested all of the light, ease, and joy and glory with no consideration about limitation at all? If you had unlimited thought and unlimited ability, unlimited allowance, would there be graffiti? Would there be homelessness? Would there be war? Would there be devastation? Would there be blizzards?
So what's the difference? Wouldn't there be weather?
If you had no considerations about blizzard, there would be weather. They would not have to be snowstorms. Listen to your television set. When it comes close to time when they're going to be snow coming to you. Yes, they manifest. They go on talking about how big the storm's going to be. The storm of 96, the second storm of 96. It's going to be great and glorious blizzard here. And it's going to be devastation. You better get to the store and buy more right away. And how many of you buy that point of view and start to create your life from it?
Not the buying. I could spend the afternoon in the park.
You bought the point of view, though, that it's what we are talking about. You instantly decided it was true. Do not listen to your television sets. Get rid of them. Or watch all of those programs that are totally brainless. Watch Scooby-Doo. Watch cartoons. More interesting point of view on them. You listen to the news, you're going to be very depressed, and you're going to have many ideas about what money is. All right, so where were we? Okay, let's go back here. Confusion? You understand about confusion now?
No.
All right. What would you wish to understand here? You're creating the confusion?
Who am I? Am I a body? Are you here? Is there somebody else here? Is there a reality? Is there any difference? What the hell is existence? Are you, or is everything pure energy? And is there no separation between spirit and soul and consciousness? That this is it, is it, is it, is it? There's nothing to be said about anything. So all the suffering and all the sorrow and all the illusion and all the separation and all the confusion. Well, what is that? What?
Creation.
Right.
You have created.
So on this level, we create something that humans, which is a creation, and this ego self, which is a creation, considers that there's something called money amorcation, which is a creation, which means that we're on Wall Street, or we're doing the U.S. history of 1996 in New York City. Then we're agreeing that you and these other people coexist together. I don't understand this.
What do you not understand?
Everybody else is you, and you are everybody else. That's something I just don't understand it.
You are creating yourself as separate. You're creating yourself as different. You're creating yourself as debilitated, and you're creating yourself as anger.
I'm so frustrated.
Yes, but it's really anger underneath.
Oh, yes.
Because you feel powerless, that is the basic assumption from which you are functioning. That's always the basic assumption of confusion. Every confusion is based on the idea that you have no power and no ability.
But I don't.
You do.
I feel I don't.
Look at your life. Look at your life. What have you created? Did you start out with a magnificent amount of money? Did you start out with a palace and lose it all? Or did you create and create and create and then get into confusion about it and get into doubt about it and get into that feeling powerless to do and to know how to control it, and then it began to fall away from you because you were creating confusion and you're creating doubt about yourself? Yes, that is where your life went, but none of it is the truth of you. You as a being have total power to create your life. You can and you will, and it will come together in more magnificent ways than you can ever imagine. But it will come from you having faith, and that is for all of you. Faith in yourself, faith in knowing that you have created the reality that exists now, and the awareness you're willing to change it, that you do not desire to be that any longer. That is all it takes. The willingness to allow to be different. I'm just going to say that line again. That is all it takes. The willingness to allow it to be different.
So if life changes, does that mean that it's confused consciousness that creates more Bosnias and homeless people? Where does that consciousness go? Where do the dark entities that I may have created, or that some other portion of me that's been so separated from views that's on the television set, which I see on the homeless person, where does that go if I say, well, it's not in my reality, I don't believe in it, I don't choose that anymore?
It's not a matter. You see, you're doing that from resistance.
Right.
Right. From change to occur, you must function in allowance, not resistance, not reaction, not alignment or agreement, or react and resist to, but allowance. Allowance is.
I'm willing to allow it. I just want to understand where.
You are functioning out of resistance because you're trying to understand from something that does not really exist, that other people in their own free will and choice are also creating from something that does not exist. A continuation of acceptance, alignment or agreement, or reaction and resistance. They are functioning from elements of your world. You, in order to change it, must function from allowance. And every time you are in allowance, you change all of those around you. Every time somebody comes to you with a strong point of view and you say, ah, interesting point of view, and be an allowance of it, you've shifted the consciousness of the world because you've not bought it and you've not made it solid. You've not gone into agreement with it. You've not resisted to it. You've not reacted to it. You've not made it reality. You've allowed reality to shift and change. Only allowance creates change. I'm going to read that line again. Only allowance creates change. You must allow yourself as much as you allow others. Ooh. Otherwise, you've bought the store you are paying for with your credit cards.
So does that become total passivity for the world?
Absolutely not. I'm just going to say that. For all that's bringing up for you, do you guys want to destroy and uncreate it all?
Yes.
Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and box, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. What energy, space, and consciousness can you and your bodies be to be in total allowance of everything and everyone with total ease? And everything that doesn't allow that to show up times a godzillion, will you guys destroy and uncreate it all?
Yes.
Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and box, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Absolutely not. Let's do this. All of you think about this for a minute. But S, you be the guinea pig here. So Pat, you be the guinea pig here, okay? All right, you have 10 seconds left to live the rest of your life. What are you going to choose? Your life is up. You did not make a choice. You have 10 seconds to live the rest of life. What do you choose?
I choose not to choose.
You are choosing not to choose, but you see, you can choose anything. If you begin to realize that you only have 10 seconds to create from, 10 seconds is all it takes to create reality. 10 seconds. Less than that in trust, but for right now, that is the increment from which you must function. If you function from 10 seconds, would you choose joy or sadness?
I'd have to take sadness.
Ooh, exactly so. You see, you've created your reality from the choice of sadness. And when you choose from the past or you choose from the expectation of the future, you have not made any choice at all. You've not lived and you're not living your life. You're existing and as a monumental, monolithic limitation. Interesting point of view, hey?
Yes.
All right. So what's your next question? Number 2 on your list of what was the question we've forgotten?
What does money feel like to you?
Right. What does money feel like to you? Yes, thanks.
To me, the bottom line, I guess, on this plane is fight in prison.
Oh, yes. Very interesting point of view, hey? Money feels like a fight in prison. Well, that certainly describes everybody in this room. Is there anybody who does not see that their reality of what they've created?
Fight in prison?
Yes.
I don't.
You don't see that?
A little bit. I don't understand what that means, actually.
You are not constantly fighting to get more money?
Oh, all right.
And you do not feel it is a prison that you do not have enough?
I give up.
Fine. We all must be in a similar reality. Oh, sorry.
We all must be in a similar reality.
You are all living in the same reality. So you do not need to make even a comment about this.
Yeah. What about S with his barter system?
Well, is that not just a small prison on its own?
I don't know for sure. How do you feel about it, Sam?
Yes, it is. Oh,
yes, it is.
Yeah. You see, everybody has their own point of view. You're looking at S and seeing his reality as freedom, but he's looking at Donald Trump. Trump is freedom.
Okay, you're saying, do we have to talk about it? Well, how does this kind of go with it?
Allowance. Interesting point of view, hey? That I feel imprisoned by money, that it feels like prison to me. Does it feel like velvet to you? Does it feel like expansion to you? No, it feels like diminishment. It's that a reality of what you've chosen, how you've chosen to create life. It is how you've chosen to create life. It's not a reality than the walls, but you decide they are solid and they keep the cold out. And so they work. So also do not make your limitations about money with the same sort of solidity. Begin to function in allowance. That it is your ticket to get out of the trap that you've created. All right, next question. Chapter 5, yay! What does money look like to you?
Green and gold and silver.
So it has color, it has conformity, it has solidarity. Is that the truth of it?
No.
No, money is just energy. That is all that it is. The form that it takes on in this physical universe, you have made significance and a solidity around it. Do you create a solidity around your own world, which creates a disability to have it? If it is only gold or silver that you see, then you better have lots of chains around your neck. If it's green, if you wear green clothes, do you have money?
No.
No. So it is that you must see money not as form, but as awareness of energy, because this is the lightness from which you can create the totality of abundance.
How do you see energy?
Just as you felt it when you pulled it in every pore of your body. That is how you see energy. You see energy with the feeling of awareness. All right?
Yes.
Next question. I'm just going to repeat about 4 lines up there. So it's not that you must see money not as a form, but as an awareness of energy, because it is the lightness from which you can create the totality of it in abundance. So isn't that interesting, guys, to reread that? So money isn't, it's energy, and it's a felt, not a seeing and exchanging something. We have, what did we call last week? The little monster. Sherlock. Are you money? Hey? Oh, by the way, I would be his girlfriend. He is now $100 richer than he was last week. There was a ladder up. We're working on something, Gary and I said, "Oh, Sherlock, I'll give you $100 to climb this ladder." Oh, he just climbed it like, whoa, yeah. So now Gary's making me pay him $100. I told him the $100 has to go against his bisectomy, but Sherlock says no. It's all good. Okay. Now, the next question. What is the next question?
What does it taste like?
Good. Who wishes to answer that one? This should be fun.
Money tastes like rich, dark chocolate.
Interesting point of view, hey?
Paper, ink, and dirt.
Paper, ink, and dirt. That's another interesting point of view.
Dirty blindfold. My taste buds on the side of my mouth start to salivate.
Yes.
Sweet and watery. Slippery, filth, and barn marbles and peach trees.
Okay then. Good. All right. So it tastes very interesting to some people, hey? Notice that money tastes more interesting to you than it feels. It has more variation in it. Why do you think that is? Because you've created as your bodily function. For S, money is about eating chocolate. Yes. Yes, you see everybody as a point of view about money tastes something. It is slippery, interesting, goes across your tongue easily. Does it go down easily?
No.
Interesting point of view. Why does it not go down easily?
It sticks.
Interesting point of view. Hard, chunky, crunchy. Really interesting points of view you have about money.
But it's all the same point of view.
It's all the same point of view. It is about the body.
Even though it seems different.
Even though it seems different.
She said chocolate and I said bitter, but that's the same.
That is the same. It is about body. It has to do with your body.
The tasting does?
Really?
Yes.
You cannot have taste buds at a body?
Not on an English sandwich.
But money, the point of it was that money is a function that you see as a bodily function. You see it as a third dimension reality, not as a reality of creation. You see it as something as solid and real and substantial as something that has taste, form, and structure. And therefore, it has a particular kind of attitude that goes with it. But if it is energy, it is lightness with ease. If it is body, it is heavy and significance. Heavy and significant is where you've created it, is it not?
Yes.
It's not where all your viewpoints come from.
So as you asked about taste, we went into assumptions again.
Assumptions. You instantly assumed that it was body, that it is where you live. That is where you live. It's how you function. You know it is slippery, it is dirty, it has all kinds of things. It is germ-ridden. What an interesting point of view about money.
Sometimes it's warm and cool.
Warm and cool, is it really that?
there's like another one. It has this trust factor behind it that you hold this a golden standard like.
That is a point of view, a consideration that you bought. Is it reality? Not anymore. Is there anything behind money? Pick up a dollar bill. What do you see behind it?
Air.
Nothing. Air. Lots of air. That is all that's behind it.
A lot of hot air.
A lot of hot air, exactly so. And when you listen to people talking about money, do they create it as hot air? Do they speak of it as hot air? Yes, but how do they create it? It is very significant and heavy and massy. It is not. Weighs on you like a ton of bricks. Is that reality? Is that how you wish to create it for yourselves? Good. So begin to look at, feel it. Feel it every time you hear a consideration come at you about money. This is how your homework part along with all the other things. Every time you feel the energy of some consideration, idea, belief, decision, or attitude about money, feel where it hits you in your body. Feel the weight of it, turn it to the light. Turn it to the light is only an interesting point of view. It's only an interesting point of view, that's all it is. It's not reality. But very quickly you begin to see how your life has been creating. The money flows in from your very will. Participation in buying someone else's point of view. Where are you in that configuration? You have gone. You have diminished yourself. You've let yourself disappear, and you become a slave to what you call money. It is no more truth than the air that you breathe. It is no more significant than taking a breath, and it's no more significant than seeing the flowers. Flowers bring you joy, right? You get to look at flowers, it brings you joy. When you look at money, what do you get? Depress. This is not much where there I've wished for. Never do you give gratitude for the money you have, do you?
No.
You get $100, you go, oh, this will pay a bill. Damn it, I wish I had more. Instead of, woohoo, did I manifest something good or not? You do not celebrate that what you create. You go, oops, didn't make enough again. What does that say? How does that manifest in your life? You look at the bill, you find a dollar bill on the ground, you pick it up and put it in your pocket and think, oh, I'm lucky today. Do you ever go, boy, did I do a great job of manifesting? Did I do a great job of creating some money flows for me? No, because it wasn't $10,000 is what you think you need, that need word again. So,
what does money taste like?
What does it taste like?
Dirty.
Let's grab this water, guys. Dirty. No wonder you don't have any money.
Sweet.
Sweet. You have more money?
Good.
Good. Tastes good. You get a little bit more money in your stocking as well.
Like water?
Like water. Goes pretty quick like water, huh? Right through the bladder. What other interesting points of view? No others? Nobody else has any other points of view of money?
Yucky.
Yucky. When was the last time you tasted money?
As a kid.
Right. Because you were told as a little child that it was dirty. Don't put it in your mouth because you bought the point of view that money was yucky. You bought the point of view that it's not goodness and that it's not energy, but it was something to be shunned because it's dirty, because it did not provide for you as a goodness. And you bought that very young and you have retained that point of view forever. Can you choose different now?
Yes.
Good. Allow yourself to have the reality that it's only an interesting point of view. Whatever money tastes like it, it is not solidity. It is energy, and you are energy too, all right? Have you created your world around points of view about money you have? Is it dirty? Is it yucky? Do you have limited amounts of it because you don't wish to be a dirty person? Sometimes it's fun to be fun and dirty. It was in my lifetime. Everything that's bringing up for everybody, do you want to destroy and uncreate it all?
Yes.
Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and pox, all nine, shorts, boys, and beyonds. I cannot believe it's almost 10 after. Okay, let's keep going because this is kind of, we did this last week a little bit. When you see money, when you see money coming towards you, from which direction do you feel it? All right, so now the next question. What is the next question?
What direction do you see money coming from?
Good. What direction do you see money coming from?
In front.
In front. It's always in the future. Hey, you're going to have it sometime in the future. You're going to be very rich. We all know that.
But sometimes I see it coming out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere is a better place. But nowhere, where is nowhere? Out of anywhere is a better place to have it coming from.
How about everywhere but up?
Well, why are you limiting it? Well,
I know, I never thought of that.
never thought of it was okay for rain to come as.
No, rain I saw, but I didn't think it was coming up from the ground. Your own money tree?
Yes, let money grow everywhere for you. Money can come in from anywhere. Money is always there. Now feel the energy in the room. You're starting to create as money. You feel the difference in your energies?
Yes,
Yes. Where do you see it coming from?
my husband.
My husband, others, where else?
Career?
Career, hard work. What points of view are you talking about here? If you're looking for it from the some person, where is that person located? In front of you, behind you, beside you?
Behind me.
If it's your ex-husband?
It is.
Yes. You are looking to the past from him to get your light. Is that where you want to create from?
No, but I think.
Yes, all right, you're lying. So first of all, take all the places that are in this room and draw energy from this room. In front of you, through every pore of your body. Pull it into every pore of your body. Good. Now pull it in from the back of you, through every pore of your body. Good. Now pull it in from the sides of you, through every pore of your body. Now pull it in from the bottom of you, from every pore of your body. Now pull it in from the top of you, from every pore of your body. And now you have enough energy coming in from everywhere. Money is but another form of energy, and just turn it into money now. Coming in through every pore of you from every direction. Notice you've made it more solid, most of you. Make it light, make it energy again that you are receiving, and now make it money. Good. That is better. That is how you become money. You flow it in through every pore of your body. Do not see it coming from other people. Do not see it coming from other space. Do not see it coming from work. You allow it to flow in. And now stop the flow from every part of your body. Now we wish you to flow energy out in front of you as much as you can. Flow it out, out, out. Is your energy diminishing? No, it's not. Feel it at the back of you. Energy is coming in as you flow it out the front. There's no end to energy. It continues to flow, as does money. Now pull energy into every pore of your body from every place. Good, right there. And now notice that as you're pulling it in from everywhere, it's also going to be from everywhere. It is not stagnant. Now turn it into money, and you'll begin to see how money flying around everywhere around you. Yes, it goes in and out, around and through. It continues to move. It is energy like you. It is you. You are it. There, like that. And right now, stop flowing. Now flow money, hundreds of dollars money to everyone else in the room in front of you. Flow it out, massive amounts of money. See them gaining massive amounts of money. Flow it out, flow it out, flow it out, flow it out. Notice you're still pulling the energy in the black, and you allow as much energy will come back as you flow out the front, and you are still doing it as money. This gives you an idea. When you think that you are not enough money to pay a bill, and it's a hardship to flow out money, is because you've closed down the backside of you and you're not willing to receive it. Money flows in as it flows out. When you block it by your point of view that there's not enough money tomorrow, you've created a disability in yourself, and you have no disability but the ones you've created. All right, everybody got that? Next question for next week. Okay, and we'll talk about homework after I'm done. I just have a little story to talk about that money. I remember a few years ago I had a Body Talk Access class, and I had 15 people signed up for it. And so that was at $150 a piece, right? $155, whatever that adds up to. And I went out shopping in November to buy my niece's Christmas presents. And when I went to take money out, I went, oh my goodness, I have a lot less money in my account than I do to buy Christmas presents. Like I was just like, oh, I went into lack. 7 out of those 15 people canceled in the next week. Because if they felt my lack, I lack, I can't afford this course. Isn't that funny? Mm-hmm. So me sending out that lack created more lack for everybody around them. So imagine if the possibility, I have lots, can create lots for others. And everything that is times a godzillion, will you destroy and then create it all?
Yeah.
Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and pox, all 9, shorts, boys and beyonds. Oh, yes. Are you ready to skyrocket your life? Do you know you create your life? And how would you like to step into more of what you desire in life? Creation is an act of sheer will. What are you willing to create now? What would it take to create more money in my life for the pure joy of it? My business is the center of circle and having projections, not target or purposes, instead just priorities. So that what that means is when you have something to do, make it a priority. Instead just priority. Don't make it your expectations because you have too much limiting that. Does that make sense? Oh, and have targets. Goals, you'll judge yourself whether or not you hit them or not. Have targets because you'll always be somewhat on target. There are times in your life it is required for you to choose ugly, and there are times in your life you choose being beautiful. But they're just choice and not something to be contrite on or beat yourself up over. You are an infinite being. Are you choosing you? Embracing you is the key to unlocking your life. What would you like to create in your life? Yeah, and then these ones are all for me. Those ones are really, really good. If you were not willing to tell your story, what would you be aware of? What stories are you using to justify your life? Creating. What would it take to travel someplace warm and exotic every month? What would it take to increase inspiration to others on a weekly basis? That's pretty cool, hey? Okay. Do you know anyone that would like to come to my class or to come to me for session? When you say that to someone, instead of asking, oh, you know, I think you should try Body Talk or I think you should try bars, do you know of anybody that would benefit from it? It goes from them thinking no into, oh, I probably know of somebody that needs some help. And that just opens it up. So even asking people questions that are open-ended instead of, do you want to come? Is a yes or no. But do you know of anybody? Gets them thinking. Okay. Ask what it would take for my bank account to grow. Feelings take you aware from true. Take you away. That should be away. Feelings take you away from true awareness. So when you go into feelings, you're actually stepping out of awareness and what is possible. You want to step into awareness, not feelings. If you had no judgment, what would you have? Would you have more choice? Now, are you guys willing to share your homework of your one question or clearing? Yeah? Cool. What was Pat?
What am I finding so safe and secure about my life as it is now that limits me free from going beyond this reality and creating a life full of extraordinary experiences with ease?
Ooh, I love that. Yeah. And we all want to say with ease or total ease, like it doesn't matter, with ease, because you can create a life, you know, with lots of money and adventure, but you don't say with total ease, it might not come to you with ease. So, Faith, do you have one?
No, I'm.
That's fine. Money come, money come, money come. I like that one. That's not a question, but it's a statement to the universe. Oh, and Melanie might not have one. What we did as homework was I wanted somebody to come with something new, a clearing statement or a question or whatever. Yeah, not a clearing statement, but a question or whatever. Rita?
First feature I have that is keeping me in a constant state of meditation. And I guess it's other one. How much of my awareness am I twisting into thoughts, feelings, and emotions?
I love that second one. I like the first one too, but I love that. Yeah, and so the second one, what thoughts or what awareness or how much?
Of my awareness am I twisting into thoughts, feelings, and emotions?
Right, I like that. That one's really cool. Because a finite being functions from that thoughts, feelings, and emotions, and that's how we feel we have to function from to fit in.
And then we get caught up in that.
We get caught up in it.
We get off track.
That's where we get off track. Yeah, exactly. You know, cool. Amanda?
What would it take for me to allow my in and out of my life really?
Cool. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I like that. So yeah, I love this. Everything I did to buy everyone else's points of view of money in the past, I now destroy and uncreate it all. Good, bad, right, wrong, pod, pocs. Good, bad, right, wrong, pod, pocs, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. I just love that one. It's the second one there with the green. Because everywhere I bought my dad's point of view of making money, I destroy and now create it all. It's such a sentence, a clearing, I guess, that you can put anything in there. It's such an easy to put in. So, okay. Start to get clear on what you would actually like to ask for. So, this is a money homework. Okay, start to get clear on what you would actually like to ask for. So does everybody know what they want to ask the universe for? Yeah, I know. I know, Faith. It's like, so many things. There's so many things. And so, yeah, the more you get clear on it, the more the universe can gift it to you. I know we say don't answer the questions, but the more you can get clear on what would it take to, what energy, space, and consciousness do I be to create Inspire You Studio to function with total ease? I've rented a yoga studio, and it might be a renting studio, but I want it to function with total ease and total abundance. So instead of just having all life come to me with ease, joy, and glory, we like that too, don't get me wrong, but more specific. Yeah.
Can you repeat that again?
Start to, on what I just said, start to get clear on what you really would actually like to ask for. And it says here, pay off a student loan, renovate the house, buy a rainforest, whatever that is for you, start to get clear on what you'd really like to ask for.
You can't say what you want to ask.
What would be lack?
What would be lack? Oh, like ask, yeah. Universe, show me what I want. No. Good one, no. But that's why the universe can't give to us, because I don't know what I want, universe. Does that make sense? So, no, I want this. I want a new truck by 2016. I want $2,000 a month from the Inspire You Studio to be made, and I shouldn't be saying want. Desire. I desire, blah, 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 blah. So, yeah, start to get clear on what you want. What you desire, what you desire. And that's what Julia did. And she asked it as questions. What would it take for me to travel every month? That's what she put in her book. And like less than 2 years later, it all came true. Destroy and uncreate everything that creates a limitation in your current financial reality. So every morning you wake up, and uncreate everything that creates a limitation in my current financial reality. Good and bad, pod and pocs, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. I destroy and uncreate everything that is creating a limitation in my current financial reality. Good, bad, right, wrong, pod, pocs, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Current financial reality. Yeah. Yeah. And say, oh yes, what somebody's asking in the room is, what if you asked for something and you didn't quite ask for it correctly, and you now see it manifesting, actualizing? What can you do? Destroy and uncreate all those points of view I have on that, and good, bad, right, wrong, pod, pocs, all nine shorts, boys, beyonds, and everything that's bringing up for me, destroy and uncreate it all. Because really, it's your points of view that is judging that as right or wrong. that's creating the bleh. Does that make sense, guys? Now, can you repeat what I just said? Destroy and uncreate all the points of view I have on that. Manifesting and destroy and uncreate everything it's bringing up for me. Because you see it coming, you see it bubbling up, but you're like, oh, that's not what I wanted. So, yep. Ooh, I got a good one here. What is that you are avoiding choosing that is the source of your present financial reality? What is it that you are avoiding choosing that is the source of your present financial reality? What is it that you avoid choosing that is the source of your present financial reality? So to go to the next one after this, what is it that you avoid choosing that is the source of your present financial reality? What is it that you are required to choose or step up to now that would create financial reality, greater ease with money and greater competency with money now and in the future? And everything that doesn't allow that to show up times Godzillion, will you destroy and uncreate it all?
Yes.
Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and box, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Everywhere that money is the least fun area for you, will you destroy and uncreate it all? Yes. Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and box, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. That is just bleh. Hey, that energy. Yeah. And I had it somewhere on here. If you're not having fun in your life, you'll be making less money. So I read that today. I'm like, I wrote that? Oh shit, I gotta have more fun. So I'll say this one again. Everywhere that money is the least fun area for you, will you destroy and uncreate it all times a Godzillion? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pox, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Everything that you are doing to duplicate everyone else's treachery, insanity, and avoidance, sickness, and delusion around financial regulation, financial systems, and the economy of consciousness, will you destroy and uncreate it all?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good and bad, pot and pox, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. What creation of money are you refusing and refuting that you truly could be choosing that if you would choose it would release, unleash, and undam all the revenue streams that you're unaware of flowing into your life with total ease? Everything that doesn't allow that to show up times a Godzillion, will you destroy and uncreate it all?
Yeah.
Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and box, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Everywhere you've budgeted for less instead of create more, will you destroy and uncreate it all? Yes. When you go to spend money, instead of looking at, oh, I'm spending this, ask, what is this creating in my life? What is this creating in my life? So I've been spending money because of this studio that I'm trying to get up and running. I've been spending money on just different things to make it run better. You know, face cloths for the bathroom, like hand towels and all that sort of stuff. And I want to put up drapes and blah, 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 blah. So I've been spending a lot of money. Instead of looking at spending money, what is it creating in my future? And that is so much lightness and so much ease. Glad you could join us. No, you didn't get on TV there, Sherlock. So yeah, and you're like, when you're spending money on a course, what is this creating in my life? What will this create in my life? Everywhere you've created your lives to be less, to have less, to do less, and to receive less, rather than more, being more, doing more, and create more, will you destroy and uncreate it all? Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and box, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. You guys are going to love this. Do you ask for enough? Or do you settle for less all the fucking time? I'm not saying that, but it's in this, what I've had out. How many excuses and reasons and justifications do you have for why it's okay to not have everything you desire? Everything that is, will you destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, yeah, times of Godzilla. Right, wrong, good, bad, pod, pox, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. So everywhere that you bought that money is sacrilegious, and money is the root of all evil. And everywhere you sold that, will you destroy and uncreate it all? Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and box, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Oh, you can just feel all the bleh. So how many opportunities, possibilities, how much magic, how much change, and how much choice is presenting itself to you every moment that you're deliberately ignoring. And everything that doesn't allow you to accidentally not ignore it, will you destroy and uncreate it all? Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and box, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. How much do you use your struggle with money as a good excuse for never changing? Everything that is, will you destroy and uncreate it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pod, pox, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. How much resistance is there to change? Everything that is, will you destroy and uncreate it all? Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and pox, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Ooh, I like this one. Everywhere you are unwilling to be judged for being disgustingly wealthy, will you destroy and uncreate it all? Times a Godzillion. Right and wrong, good and bad, pun box, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Everywhere that you're constantly seeking the scary place with money rather than the joyful place with money, will you destroy and uncreate it all? Times a Godzillion. Yes, right and wrong, good and bad, pun box, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Yeah. All the judgments you have, or all the judgment you have made, more vital than to possess money, will you destroy and uncreate it all? Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and box, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. What is available to you right now that you can create with? And everything that doesn't allow that to show up times a Godzillion, will you destroy and uncreate it all? Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and box, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. What potency of money are you refusing that you truly could be choosing, that if you choose it would completely pay out all your past debts? Everything that is times Godzillion, will you destroy and uncreate it all? Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and box, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. I will obviously have to say that again because I'm stumbling. What potency of money are you refusing that you truly could be choosing, that if you would choose it would completely pay out all your past debts and have more money than you know what to do with and not enough? Everything that is times a Godzillion, will you destroy and uncreate it all? Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and box, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Now, do you know why Gary says more money and never enough? You want to create more money than you ever know is possible to get you out there, but never enough because it has you create more. So you want as much money as you could ever think of and more, and never enough, because then you make that money and more, because enough is a limitation. Enough is a limitation. Right. So any questions, comments? Get clear on what you would like to create. More money, more money, more money. Money come, money come, money come, money come. Yes, let's, oh yes. So chapter 8 is the relationship with money. And does that take us right to the, chapter 9 and chapter 10? Let's start off at chapter 11 next week. I know Julia gives more homework, but I'd like to go over what are your 3 worst problems with money. And everything that's bringing up for everybody. Will you destroy and then create it all? Right and wrong, good and bad, POD and POCs, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. Cool. Start at chapter 11, page 80. Page 80 next week. Same time, same place. Signing off. Sayonara. Is that what we would do?